right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Car Chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Hello, Carlos. Welcome back.
Hello, Irving. Happy New Year to you too. Hope everybody's doing well over there.
Everyone doing well. And how about Michigan? Everyone doing well over there?
Yeah, a little cold, but it's good. It's all good right now.
Same in North Carolina. So we're back. Another year with GarageBots and our series. As in the last couple of episodes, I want to start by thanking our sponsor, Above Headwear. Make sure to follow Above Headwear. I'm going to put the information down below. Great headwear company from North Carolina and family owned. Make sure to check them out. They got new hats for the Christmas season and into the new year. So make sure to check it out. I'm going to put all the information here. Very great quality headwear. Today, Carlos, we're going to talk about a very personal topic. I think I teased this in my last video, and we're going to talk about the car that I'm going to acquire as a replacement, but not a direct replacement to the Ferrari 308, which I sold a couple of weeks ago. And that's a whole separate story, right? But I want to talk about what is the car that I'm going for. A lot of people have been asking me, and I've been teasing it online, and I think I'm now ready to talk about it and sort of explore and get the feedback from people in terms of what they think. So because I've told you, right?
Yeah, but before you go there, let me ask you: do you miss it?
Every day I miss it, right? As you know, I got a lift in my garage, and it was sitting on top. So every time I go to the garage, I look up, and that red, beautiful thing is not there anymore. So absolutely, I miss it. And I talked to other people online that used to have the 308 and they sold it. And some people say that, it was a mistake to get rid of it. Maybe I will think that way at some point. For now, not necessarily, right? Why? Because it went to a good owner, somebody that I had a good chat with over the phone, and it's somebody that I always dreamt of having the car like I did. The guy is my age, so we could relate, right?
So you know exactly how he's gonna feel or how he's feeling now.
Absolutely.
When you rewind that clock. Yes.
In Louisiana, so he's going to a good home. I think he's going to enjoy it, and hopefully we can stay connected and maybe even get some video of how he's doing with the car. That will be great. And also, and I explained this in my previous video, I mean, it's a good time to sell classic sports cars. I mean, I made a decent profit on it, and I'm ready to move on, right? Now, nothing will replace a Ferrari 308. It's an iconic TV car, and that's not what I mean to do now.
It's not about replacing it. It's about gaining a new experience.
Correct. Something different, something that I can use daily if I want it. That's sort of my target. So a fun car that I can use on a daily basis. And I made my choice. Actually, I made my choice a few weeks ago because I had to put some money down already to try to get an allocation. The car is the soon to be introduced Lotus Emira. So it's the new Lotus. It's actually the only model they're gonna make. They make a hypercar now, the Vija, the Vija or something like that, and then the Emira. It replaces the previous three cars that Lotus was building over the last number of years. They stopped making them a few weeks ago. So the last few Evoras and Exiges and Elises came out of the manufacturing line because they're dedicating their manufacturing facility in England just for the Emira, right?
Retooling the line and getting it ready for production.
Right, and it's a limited production. It's a small factory. They are automating the factory so that they can make at least 5,000 cars a year. But I don't think that's going to happen in the first year, right? What I know so far is that 500 will make it to the US, only 500. And different dealerships across the US get different allocations. And My best chance was to go with a dealership in Dallas, Texas, because this is the one that gets the most cars as soon as they're allocated. They don't know how many they're gonna get, and they have a long list of people
No, I would imagine.
in waiting line, including myself. I make a certain number on the list, and there's no guarantee that I will get one, but there's a good chance that I might, right?
Yep.
So
Hey, if your name is on the list to begin with, you know, that's step one. You know, you put your name in the hat and say, let's see if you're lucky enough to get one of those.
Right. And I think, you know, part of the story I want to tell is how is it to order one of those cars, configure it. So I might put a little clip here of how, you know, I'm gonna configure the car, and the color is I aim to have it in blue. It's only coming in a very few colors with very few options. So they want to keep the manufacturing process as simple as possible, obviously. And if I'm honest, I've been rotating all the colors as my wallpaper in my computer.
I have to ask you.
Hey.
Green. Did it run through your mind?
It did. It did.
Where is currently ranking in your head right now?
Green with tan interior, it looks unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay. Dark green, but I like the blue. It looks almost like a mini blue Ferrari Pista. Maybe that's why I like it.
Perhaps, yeah.
It's a bright blue. But I like the gray. I like the silver. I like the red. I like the yellow.
It's hard. It's so hard. I went through the configurator too, and you know, I love red cars, and I had a hard time saying no to the red. When I saw the green, I tip my hat and say, you know what? If I have to pick a color out of the palette right now, I would go with green, because I know that has a lot of history in the color of Lotus. So it's like, it gotta be that one. And that tan interior was just,
yeah. I mean, the green with the yellow Lotus emblem.
Yes.
It looks amazing, right? So I've been rotating all of them. Actually, I'm gonna put pictures of all of the different colors down here so that people can see. But I've been rotating just in case I get a car and I'm not able to, you know, go with the one that I'm gonna configure, right? So I wanna make sure that I'm happy with any of the colors, and I honestly I think I will be, right?
Right.
And I think that's, you know, that's the process of the uncertainty that I'm not necessarily enjoying, because I would like to get confirmation that I'm gonna get an allocation, and I still don't have that. I did get a letter from Lotus North America saying, hey, welcome, we accept your entry, or whatever they call it, right? And we're gonna let you know soon in order to configure the one you want. And I heard from the dealership that they might even invite me to some events, which is all great. But the news I want is to, when they tell me, Irving, you're gonna make the list, right? And I guess I won't know until they know how many cars they're gonna get, and then the people that they have on the list, whether if I make it or not. And that's the only thing, you know, I'm gonna be vlogging about it, explaining that, and you know, how the process works. But it's a bit, you know, the uncertainty is a bit frustrating, I have to admit.
I have to ask, there are 2 engine choices available. Did you do the right one?
I think I did.
Which is?
The launch edition is the V6 supercharged. It's manual. It's a manual car, naturally aspirated, and with the Toyota V6 that is tuned for Lotus. It will make around 400 horsepower. It's a very lightweight, small car. It's a small car, which is something I really like. So I can see it's gonna be fun, nimble, fast, makes great sound based on the videos I've seen online. You know, it's not that super fast, or it's not a super car, but it's a sports car that I can use every day.
Nevertheless, it's a 3.5 liter V6, not turbo, but it's supercharged. Don't forget that. And I mean, it's a supercharger built in the engine. It will make 400 horses for you and
Yeah.
about 310 foot-pounds of torque. And for those that are not in the foot-pound world, that's 420 Newton meters of torque,
Right.
which made it with a nice transmission. This thing will move pretty decent.
It should move.
Estimated around 4.3, 0-60.
Yeah.
The top speed about 180. For those who have the joy of living in places like Germany and could enjoy the Autobahn at pretty decent speeds, that's nice. But
Yeah.
there's plenty of legs on that car, I think. It looks compact, small, nimble, great shape, looks very slippery. What's your favorite design cue on the car? I have to ask because the car
Yeah.
looks stunning.
Yeah, I think what I like the most is the intakes on the sides, right?
Intakes
So
on the
if you
side.
look at the design, I'm gonna
Yes,
put the picture here again.
yes.
That to me looks very Ferrari Pista, Ferrari F8 Tributo. It looks Ferrari-ish. It looks like a supercar and it's not the price of a supercar, right?
Right,
And it's smaller. I like smaller cars, right?
right.
But it's that I like. And then the hood, it's got some vents in the hood design, which it's something I've never seen before, and I think it's a great cue. The back is beautiful, with the emblem
I
in the
like the
back.
diffuser as it
The,
comes and wraps up on the
the
back and
diffuser
shows
comes
us a little
up.
bit.
Yeah, I think the diffuser, if I'm not mistaken, is probably piano blackish.
I think so.
I wish that was probably better if it was, either carbon fiber or some dry
Or pure
carbon.
carbon that it looks like particular like that. That may be a better look than gloss.
Could be, there's an option where the roof is black,
Right.
which is the preferred option, but it's not the one I want. I
Yeah.
want the full body color.
Yeah.
Because I think the lines of the design are
Agree.
gorgeous. The interior is beautiful. They finally Lotus made a car that doesn't look like a kit car.
Good point. For Lotus, it's a driver's car. They want it to be a track car. It finally looks like they're growing up and saying, no, we're going to make a car that people are going to enjoy driving, not just on the track, but also on the street. It's got some it's got some decent material selection and styling cues inside. Looks very good with a very nice 10.5-inch screen, I think.
Yes.
So they're welcoming into the new era of technology. So that's pretty nice to see coming in.
Yeah. So all around is a great car. They aim to compete in the segment where the Porsche Cayman is, and a few other cars. And I think they can make a dent because it looks super carish, right? And now, obviously, Lotus is rebranding itself as a brand. It got rid of all the previous cars. It's trying to build a different image, and in many ways go back to its roots. And we'll have to see, right? But people say, well, let's see what happens. They might not make it financially, but I know how many people are in waiting line for this car. So something tells me that they're going to do okay. And this is the first of all the cars they're going to introduce now. They said the Emira is going to be the last gas-powered car that Lotus will ever make.
Stop. It's a moment of silence.
I know.
That's not right.
Cue the sad music right now.
Please, right now.
There's
okay. That's too much. I can't take it.
But yeah, so I think that makes it even more attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's manual, naturally aspirated, supercharged. It's the last gas-powered car from Lotus.
Yeah,
it's got an exposed.
I was gonna tell you, that design feature it's gonna be a trick for everybody that comes in to want to see the car. The linkage of the gear shifter up and inside, you get to see the
passenger will be looking at that working, underneath the console. It's gonna look awesome, man. I mean, what's not to like, right?
Did you notice? I don't know if you read about it, but they pay so much attention to the details of the car, but they want to make sure that it still works great on the street. And one of the things I read they still retains is the hydraulic steering mechanism. They haven't gone electric because they want that feedback back into the
Yes,
driver. They still
yes,
want people to go and be able to use the car on the track and get the feedback. And on
yes,
the street, when you drive it, you get the feel of the road. And I don't think too many automakers make it as good as Lotus when you're talking about drivability. You
right.
know
No, I,
how
for the
connected to the
driver,
road it's going to
they
be.
say that's their motto, right?
Right.
And everyone I know that had one, they only say good things about the driving experience, right?
Yeah.
And how fun it is, and but not necessarily a daily, right? Because it
Right. Right. Right.
wasn't well trimmed. And now we got this, right? So if you ask me the question about the engine, the other choice that is coming later is an inline four from
Yep.
AMG, right?
AMG.
Turbo, which makes a
Inline
lot
four.
of power too. I mean, it's a well-known engine. I think they
Yep.
use the A platform, Mercedes, I believe. Yeah,
I believe so, but
yeah,
it's only made it with the automatic trend. So if
yes.
you're not into that and you're getting a Lotus like looks like this and you want to shift, the V6 with the manual is the way to go.
That's the way to go. So I think I made the right choice. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be vlogging more about the car, the experience, the weight, the communication, everything else. If I go to events, I'm gonna document all of
Right,
that.
right,
And I'm hoping that I'm gonna get one, and I'm also hoping that I get news soon. Even though I have to wait months, I hope
right.
to know soon, because if I hear that I might not get an allocation for this year, I think I might change my mind in terms of what will happen next. So I'm not gonna go there now, but that's something for me to explore as soon as I get any confirmation, and
Well,
hopefully
for the
I'll
people
get
that are watching this, I got asked the question, should he wait and stick with this nice pick that he has just throw at you guys, or should he be looking at maybe something else? I don't know what that may be, but
right.
this is a decent choice. But if I
I
were to offer one up, as being the first one to mention, maybe a Cayman
Cayman.
GT4, something like that.
Oh yes, yes.
That's my first throw at you to
I know.
see if it doesn't happen, then that could be another choice.
If this doesn't happen, that will be certainly a candidate. Yeah, and we will be talking about it. I love the car.
You guys can comment below. Tell me
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm crazy or not, but
Tell us
check it out.
what you think about the Lotus, and what you think about whether I should wait or not. It looks, just so people know,
Yeah.
they told me it will be May, June, if it
Mhm.
doesn't get further delayed because of the chip situation
Yeah,
and so
that's
on.
hitting everybody.
But it's a few months from now. But again, I don't want to wait until then to find out if I'm gonna get one. So I'm gonna
Right.
try to get any news as soon as possible,
If you do get it, it's one of 500.
so I can then yeah, exactly, yeah. No, it will be awesome. It will be awesome.
There's
So
something about it.
that's the news, right? That's what I wanted to share. I have an Instagram that I opened some time ago, and I've been populating with generic pictures and sort of document my journey. I'm gonna put the link here,
Right.
so that people can follow it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm pretty excited, Carlos. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That's really good news. In your previous video, you talked about doing certain things to your McLaren.
Yes.
And you mentioned it was going to be a new tune, stage 2, with new downpipes, race version on it, and potential some additional aero you're adding to the car as well to make it all nice. And based on the tune and the specs, you mentioned roughly what kind of speed are we talking about here that McLaren will be able to put down?
Yeah. Well, I've been reading, and with that tune and that downpipe, which will generate more torque
Right,
than even some catless downpipes.
right.
We're talking, 725 horsepower,
That's a lot.
but speed wise, the numbers I see is 2.7 seconds, 0 to 60. And then the quarter mile in 9.7, 9.6, which is insane.
You
To
know,
me,
that's insane, right?
it's insane. I mean, that's essentially
You know,
the 720
I
performance.
I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I gotta tell you.
Here we go.
I'll give you an example. Do you know the Aston Martin Vulcan hypercar?
Yeah, yeah.
0 60, 2.9 seconds. Just to give you a frame of reference.
Jeez.
Audi R8 V10 Plus, 2.6. You're just right there. We're talking about that.
10 cylinder, yeah.
Give you another example. There's some of the Bugattis are coming in around 2.5, 2.4, 0 60 in a list. We can say about maybe some Ferrari. Do you remember when the FXX came out? It's a
Yes.
little bit dated car, but gorgeous.
Gorgeous, yeah.
And fast. 2.8, 0 60.
2.8.
If I go down the list, the 599 XX, also 2.9. 458 Speciale, 2.9.
Oh, man.
F60 America, 2.9.
Wow.
You got a 588 Spider and GTB, 2.9 and 2.8. A 488 GTB Scuderia, 2.7. 812 super fast 2.8. We're talking about
Wow.
488
Wow.
Pista 2.7.
So
Tributo is a 2.8. It's not SF90 level because we're talking about 2.4 to 2.0, but
right.
it is insanely fast. And I go down through the list of manufacturers. Koenigsegg, Agera 2.7.
Oh,
Agera R 2.7, Agera S 2.8.
Okay, Carlos, you're making me nervous. Man.
I make you nervous. You know the Lambos that are all over the place. Aventadors doing 2.8, 2.8, 2.9. You got some Hurricanes LP 610 for 2.6. That's almost right there. The Aventador S 2.7. Aventador S Roadster 2.8. I mean, I'm telling you, what you were gonna see in your car, it's very, very interesting. If it comes out tuned the way you're talking about.
Oh yeah. No, we'll get on the dyno. We'll get it there.
I gotta see that. I want to see the dyno numbers before and after.
Yes, me too. It's insane,
Awesome.
and it's essentially turning it into a mini P1. And I've said it. I like the design more than the 720 because it looks like a P1.
Right.
And this is with the stock turbos.
Right.
I mean, obviously, people do other exhaust and bigger
right.
turbos. I'm
All
not
the goodies.
interested in doing anything like that because it's just the things I'm gonna do to the car are fully reversible. So if I were to sell the car and the owner wants it stock again, it's super easy to get it back to normal.
Word of advice to any future owner of this particular car: don't take it out. You keep it.
Yeah.
I said my piece.
Listen, I love the car. I don't see myself getting rid of it. I'm investing in it now, making it better than it is.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I want to drag it. I want to take it to a drag strip.
Well,
and see what happens. I might need new tires.
for sure.
I hope the brakes,
don't worry about brakes. That should be no problem for that
they
car.
should be okay. But yeah, everyone I read that have done similar tunes, very reliable, very well recommended. I called the dealership; they were okay with it. They said, if something happens to the downpipe, then it's on you because it's not covered. But other than that, you're fully covered with the extended warranty, and that gives me peace of mind again, right?
Excellent.
So over the next few weeks, that will happen. I did order. I didn't say it on the video. And you mentioned it. Some aero. I ordered a wing spoiler, carbon fiber. That might take a few weeks to come here.
Right.
But that will add another level of aggressiveness to the car design and help me with the downforce. So Yeah. We're supposed to talk about Lotus, but
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just
that's
had to bring
fine.
it
That's
up.
fine. It's cool. It's cool.
People want to know.
Yeah, people want to know. I'm gonna put some information here so that people see. All right, Carlos.
Awesome.
Hey, listen, thank you. I just wanted to share it
You're
with
welcome.
you and share it with everyone else.
Yeah.
Remember, everyone to subscribe and follow GarageBots on social media.
Yep.
We're gonna be posting more car chats. We have many more topics coming up,
Yep.
and some interesting content. So again, thank you, Carlos, for joining, and
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you again soon. All
And
right.
Happy New Year again. Take care.
Happy New Year. Take care, guys. Bye.